Pas de soleil, pas de soleil, pas de soleil. Pas de soleil, pas de soleil, pas de soleil.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since the last video, but today I'm going to be sharing with you some of the Taobao items that we recently got. As you all know, 11/11 is coming up soon, and this post is actually sponsored by Taobao, where they gave us some credits in exchange for a review of some of the items we got, as well as a shout out to some promotions and discounts that they're running. So I'm going to put all the details in the description box below, but what I really wanted to highlight for this video is this promotion for free shipping that they have going on, and this is exclusive for Singaporean users. So let me just open the Taobao app for you and I'll walk you through. Okay, so the name of this promotion is called 299 Free Shipping Zone, and to access it, you need to first set your address to Singapore. So what I'm doing is I'm going to my profile, which is the icon in the bottom right hand corner, and I'm going to click on the settings button. So once I've clicked on that settings icon, I'm going to scroll down to 通用. Basically click into that and you will see the first item, which asks you to indicate 你的国家还是地区, which is your country or address. So make sure that is set to Singapore. And once you go back to the home page, you should be able to see this 299 promotion just for Singaporeans. And what this promotion basically does is once you hit the minimum order of 299 renminbi, you don't need to pay anything for shipping. You don't have to wait for consolidation, and you can even airship some of these items to Singapore without paying anything for shipping. So my feed is full of like clothes and dog stuff, but you can search for anything you're interested in, or you can also pop in some pictures. So what I like to do is go to Google and then find a product that I really like, and then I'll search by image from there. And once you add something to cart, you should be able to see that 专要 applied, and you should be able to choose whether or not it is air shipping or sea shipping. Although some items only ship via sea, so you need to be careful of that. Also from 4th November, you can start locking in some 11/11 deals. I think there are also like special promotions for particular credit cards, and I'm gonna put all the details in the description box or in my post on Instagram, so you don't have to wait until the day itself to start buying everything that you're interested in. Okay, so now that I've given you a brief run through, let me show you some of the stuff that we got. I think we went over the Taobao credit actually, and we ended up paying like a few $100s for the stuff that we wanted, but let's go. Okay, so the first item I want to show you is this Time More electric kettle that Darren got. Basically, Darren got an entire coffee set because he went crazy about coffee over the pandemic. So this is the first item that he really wanted. So it's like a touchscreen sort of electric kettle, and what you can do is adjust the exact temperature that you want, because certain beans do better at very particular temperatures. You don't want to burn it with a temperature that is too high. So this lets you control the temperature exactly. And what you can do once you select the temperature that you want, you can press this thermometer button. So it will show you as the current temperature reaches your target temperature. So this is a pretty cool electric kettle. It costs $130 from Taobao. Let me just turn this off. But I think in Singapore it's retailing for $175 after discount by Perk Coffee. And another point for this kettle is also the gooseneck. So especially if you're doing like drip coffee, this gooseneck helps to slow down the rate of the water flow so that you don't drown all of your, I don't know what you call it, grinds, and you can really control the amount of water going out. Okay. So the next items are from the same shop. Actually, he bought everything from the same store. So on Taobao, it's called Guangzhou Huoli Dian, something like that. So he got like filter coffee paper as well as some stands. I think these are about $10 each for the stands. And then the price, it might have been about $5 for a pack, so you can check them out. Okay, so the next items I want to show you guys are these coffee filter paper holders. So first up we have this origami set, which costs about $55 in total from the same shop, and we are placing it above a glass decanter. And then we also bought a Kalita coffee filter paper holder, and apparently the difference between these two is that the origami is a bit more versatile. It can hold both the cone-shaped filter paper as well as the cupcake-shaped one, whereas the cupcake-shaped filter paper is especially for the Kalita, which has a wider base. Okay, so if you can't already tell, I'm not much of a coffee drinker. I actually prefer tea. So for this haul, I got myself a new teapot. This one is from a brand called Klaska. It's made from Japan and the quality is really great. So I'm gonna share with you why I like this so much, but to do that, let me first introduce you to our previous teapot. So this one was gifted by Darren's parents when we first moved into the house. I think there are some, what do you call that? Moving in rituals that people tend to do, like brew tea. So it was more of a placeholder, even though the design is really pretty on the outside. Some things I didn't really like about this teapot was how when I poured it a little too fast, water tended to come out from the top. So every time I pour, it's like water would drip out onto the table. So with this Klaska teapot, one of the main advantages is that with this very flat base as well as the mouth around the lid, the water never ever comes out through the top. And what I also like is how the base is so flat and wide, so it's very easy to reach in and clean with a sponge as compared, well actually this one's pretty easy to clean too, as compared to some thinner or more unusually shaped teapots, especially with a very small mouth. Let me just show you the inside real quick. So it has a stainless steel kind of mesh, and the netting is very fine, so you won't have like tea leaves stuck onto the mesh. So these are the main things that I like about this Klaska teapot. It costs about $80, which is not the cheapest, but I think to me, if it lasts a long time, I think it's worth investing in. So besides the coffee stuff, the tea stuff, I also got a few clocks in my house, like the one you see above my fridge, because it felt like there was no concept of time, and sometimes I would be like almost late for meetings because yeah, you don't really know what time it is. So this clock costs about $40. I think it's made from natural wood, and assembling it was actually so easy. So when it came, it was already almost assembled. I just had to put that black thing onto the wooden base, and it's actually connected by a magnet. Although to hang it onto the wall, we didn't really use a drill, so we got like a hammer and some hooks, and we just like knocked it into the wall. I wouldn't recommend doing it for your own house, just because it was a little bit tricky to mount it onto the hooks. They didn't fit perfectly. If I can show you. So if you see here, you can get those hooks from any mom and pop shop downstairs, and you just need to hammer in the top. But it doesn't fit the hooks like super well, so we just try not to touch it too much. But other than that, it is a pretty beautiful clock. And then the next clock I want to show you is the fish looking one. I thought it was pretty unique, and it was meant to match this anime looking poster that I also got from Taobao. And I think this one cost about $4. I bought it with my own money, but this one is part of the credits. Actually, my sofa is also from Taobao. So yeah, one whole set, trying to express the Japanese aesthetic. Alright, so I have to say that the fish clock was also very easy to assemble, and I really appreciate that because I'm not like an IKEA genius or something. So let me show you the last few items that I got from this haul. They're a little more boring, but I think essential for every house. So the first thing is this sink net. So I really don't like digging into the sink to take out food stuff. It feels kind of gross. So I bought some sink nets to put over our sink so that it's easier to just remove it and then throw it away. And we also got these disposable toilet cleaners. So when I think about toilet brushes, I always find it kind of gross how like the brush has been in the toilet bowl, but if you put it in the stand, oops, it might be sitting in like some really disgusting water if it's not completely dry. So I was kind of interested in this. I think some of the big brands like Scotch have their own version, but this one is a Japanese version from Kinbata. I've bought a few items from them before, and I think, okay, I'm gonna see if I can understand how this works real quick. No, I can't. But basically, I think you just like, yeah, the sponge, and then once you finish cleaning, you can just release it and you can flush it down your toilet bowl. So that's really interesting, and we're gonna try that out. We have gotten a scrub for the toilet bowl, but if this works better, we might just move over to it. So that's the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed it, especially if you're into coffee and you're not going out that often anymore. This might have been interesting to you. For more content, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!